I've been asked to do a lot of Syntakt tutorials, but I just thought I'd show you how I actually start to make a track and how easy it is on the Syntakt if you just bought one or maybe you've had one for a while. How do you get into you know, music making? Well, I'll tell you how I start off. First of all, I start off with the BPM, you know, to 148, and then what I'll do then is I'll actually go into track number 11. Because that's the dual VCO, and it's quite a nice sound to start off with before you get into anything like laying snares down or anything. So how does that sound itself? How does that sound? Is it? Sorry. How does that sound? Quite a decent old sound there. Now at 148 BPM, you could just add some trigs on here. So you've selected track, gone for number 11, put the record button on there, and then so you've got a little bit of a beat going there, very simply, but what we're going to do now is we're going to take the record button off. We're going to go into track number 9, which is a nice kick, and then just record button again, and then now how easy is that in starting a track? So you've just got a couple of beats going there, all you've got is a hat, all you've got is a drum, and you've got the VCO. You haven't even selected any samples effectively. Now then what I would do then is, I'll just stop that minute, what I'll do then is I'll actually just copy the pattern, which is function and the copy button. Now I'm actually on pattern number 5, so I'm just going to copy that twice, copy it to number 1 and paste it, hopefully. I don't know if it's worth that, but we'll find out in a minute. I'll just do it again. I'll just go into pattern number 5. I'm just going to copy it. Yeah, it's copied it this time. Go into pattern number 1 and copy it, and then go into pattern number 2 and copy it again. Sorry, just copy that and go into pattern number 2, copy it. So what you're doing, you've got a couple of patterns there really. You're only using, you know, 4 bars there. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to go into pattern. I'm going to go into pattern number 1 there. Play it. Press the function and bank twice. And you can see you've got that number 11 flashing up and number 9. So what we're going to do is going to take that off. Take the kick off, because that's how you're going to start the track. Press function and bank, so it's got a normal set, and then just press function and pattern number 2. See just how easy it is. It's not complicated. Making music doesn't have to be complex. Now say for instance you don't actually like number 11, you don't actually like track number 11, you don't like that bass at all, that's just a kick done. So what do you do then? Well, what you can do is just go in and find another bass or another synth sound. Let's go and do that. So press function and bank. Let's just select track number 11, sorry, track number 11 again. Press the record button. Press function and sound. And what we're going to do is we're going to go across there just by using the arrow there. There's a filter on this, so I'm going to clear the filter, go down to a synth sound. And let's see if we can replace that. That's really different. You could actually start with that. In fact, I like that, to be honest. Shall I leave it in? I don't know. Let's leave that in now because that's quite interesting now. Let's go into the filter. Just change the filter slightly. Put a bit more reverb on there. So now you've got the foundations of the track. So what we can do here is just come out of that. Let's just put a hi-hat on. Why not? Go to track number 4. Put a hi-hat on number 3 and number 7. So what I would do then was I'd actually copy that onto number 3. So I'd just copy, put it onto number 3. So we've actually got the first 3 parts of the song started. But we're going to go into number 2 and just take that hi-hat off number 2. Go into pattern and press number 2. Press function and bank. Alright then, all I have to do is do pattern 1. Pattern number 2. So what I'd do here, I'd actually go to pattern number 2, copy it onto pattern number 1 again. So we've now got everything the same now effectively. Just go into that. Function that. So that is how you could actually start a track. Now, do we put another kick on there? Do we put a snare on there? Should we put a snare on? Why don't I just put a snare on? So let's just find another free trig. Let's just go on to track number 3. Press function and sound browser. Press yes. I'll go over there, clear the filter, and find a snare. That's not really fine, is it? That's not fantastic. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but let's just go on to that. It's almost like a drum, ain't it? Building the track up quite nicely there. Now, what I would do then is maybe even put another kick drum on, or shall I put a bass on? So let's copy pattern number 3. Sorry, pattern number 3 to an empty pattern, which is number 4. If I put a bass on, I'm going to use number 5 for the bass. Track number 5 for a bass. Let's just see what's in there already. Do I like that? Not sure. Let's go into sound browser, go over there to filter, clear it all off, let's go into bass. Now that's pretty good. What's that sound? So we've got quite a few elements now. Let's add them in, take them out. Not particularly keen on that now, but still changing. Let's look at number 5 again, see whether we ought to change that again. Developing. How easy it's just add elements and take them out. Now at this stage we're on pattern number 4, I just take some things out, take some elements out. Element number 11, not happy with it, so copy that over. So we've got 5 patterns there within what? Done less than 5 minutes. Let's just see what it sounds like. Go into the synth itself and play with the synth, change the synth round. fancy putting another kick on there, I do. I'm sorry, but I do fancy putting another kick on. Shall I do that? Let's put another kick on. So purple's telling us we haven't got anything on track number 1. Let's put a kick on there. Go to sound browser, over to the filter, clear kick. Let's go down the bottom and see what I've got on. Press the synth again, let's just see what the synth is set on for that. Oh, that's set on Swarm, isn't it? So, and let's go back in there. And that's not a kick because the synth is actually a little bit confused there. But you can hear a different sound now. Build up. Take some of the trigs out, take some sounds out, and then go back in. So that's really sort of like how I break down a song and start with a song and start to add to it and take things out using the mutes, purple mutes. So we're now on pattern number 4. What should we change? Let's just change track number 1 again. So I can find it there. We're going to get rid of the bass now, so let's go back into it. Come out, let's go into track number 5. Sound browser, straight across there, filter clear, go down to the bass line please. So, got quite a powerful sound in there. What I'll do is just take some elements out. Separate the elements again and then go back into it. And that's just to give you an idea how I start songs. Let's just go back into pattern number 1. So you've got a nice start of a song there, you can do different things with it. Pattern number 2. Bring the kick drum in, pattern number 3. Hi-hat, if you want a hi-hat you can put something else in. Pattern number 4. Go into the synth. Interesting. What I'll do is I'll just change that bass again, see what else is in there. So let's just go back into record. What we've got in here, splinter, filter, change, go down to the bass. Now that's quite an interesting sound. developing. I suspect on here that the LFO here is playing with the frequency. Let's find out if it is. Yeah, frequency. So if you change this, it's pulling the frequency backwards and forwards. So once again, let's just pull some elements in and out. Now, thinking of that sound there, you could create a take in and out. Let's just do that. So you've got an evolving sound there. So there's just so much you can do with the Syntakt, and that's how I actually create a song and create tracks by adding different sounds in. Hopefully they complement each other, but don't be afraid of actually starting off on one pattern and actually ending somewhere else. If you look here where we've started, this is where we started. Pattern number 3, pattern number 4. Take the reverb and attack off. Should we just have a look, one final thing, maybe a synth or something, I don't know. Let's just go back into, let's put a chord on there, I guess. Track number 6. Go into sound browser, see what stock chords we've got with it. It's quite nice. You can just hear it. Turn the synth up. Reverb on, bit delay. So you can see by mixing the elements up, changing it, cooking effectively, you've got something very, very interesting there. And that effectively is my method. And I'd just go for about an hour, although that's where we started. And then back to pattern number 4. Now that could be a completely new track, a completely new sound. Let's just go back into all the mutes. So does that start your sound, does that start your track? Put the kick on it. See how easy it is to build things up? A few flashing lights, see what we've got in here. There you go. So just think of it as create different sounds. Try and create a lot of the patterns that will like each other. So you can have a pattern on number 1 and pattern number 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, but they all work together. I just love that we can just do this. And that's just how you can start. So that's just a method I use. It's one of several different methods I use. That's probably the most simple method I used, but I also use bass sounds. I also start off with a drum. I start off with a completely new sound. I sometimes destroy a sound on here and then bring it back if I'm doing it in a dance. Well, I hope you like this short tutorial on how I make a track, and I'll be making many more.